Hello, everyone, and happy Wellness Wednesday. I didn't think what day it was. Wacky Wednesday, Wind Down Wednesday, Wild Wednesday, whatever you might want it to be. But I am excited to be here with you all tonight and really excited for tonight's topic. This is something near and dear to my heart. And I think a big part of it for me is that I feel like so much of like the nutritional benefits of being on this diet or how you meet your nutritional needs is such a hot topic for me because I've had to defend it for so long. I've been plant-based for 10 years. So way before it was mainstream. And at that point, it seemed like it was such an extreme way of eating. And it was a couple of years before I actually met somebody else who ate the same way. So everybody in my circle thought I was really strange and really odd. And of course, thought all the things that so many people do think about, that you can't meet all your nutritional needs in a plant-based lifestyle. So this video is for you if you are leaning towards plants, if you're, 95% plant-based, if you're just kind of dipping your toe in, whatever it is, this information will help so that and you can feel confident in what you're eating, knowing that it's giving your body what it needs. And it will also maybe give you some information that when someone does give you a hard time, you've got a little bit of a comeback. And you can throw something at them and let them know you're getting enough nutrition that you need. So if you do jump on, do me a favor, leave me a comment so I know you're here because I can't always see. Sometimes Facebook lets me, sometimes it doesn't, I don't know. And if you are watching the replay, just leave a comment with replay. And if you do have any questions along the way, go ahead and put them in the comments and I will do my best to answer live as long as I can see them. I might need to pull up Facebook over here, but I haven't seen any comments yet. So if you do jump on, write a comment so I know you're here. But anyway, so we're talking about how to meet your nutritional needs on a plant-based diet. So the way you do that is you consume a variety of whole plant-based foods every day. So when your meals are based on grains, legumes, vegetables, nuts, seeds, you get all the nutrients. And you guys, this is something that I could go on and on for a long time talking about. So I do have notes. So I'm going to keep to my notes so I don't take up too much time. So in case you don't know, or you're just kind of looking into this, plant-based foods are full of fiber. They're rich in vitamins, minerals. They're free from cholesterol, low in calories, and in saturated fat. So in eating a variety of plant-based foods gives you protein, calcium, all the essential nutrients that your body needs, with the exception of a couple, which I'm going to get into. But there are a couple supplements that are recommended. And I just want to put a little disclaimer out there too. I am not a doctor. I am not even a dietitian. I am a health coach. Most of my information I do get from Dr. Greger, who is nutritionfacts.org. He is he does all this research in plant-based nutrition. He became a doctor and became plant-based to help cure his grandmother of heart disease because she was given a very short time to live, and he helped her survive by changing her diet. But anyway, so what's the biggest thing people say that you don't get enough of on a plant-based diet? They've been saying it since I started 10 years ago, and I bet you in 10 years they'll still be saying it. And they say that we don't get enough protein. So average recommendation for protein for people is about 50 grams. It goes anywhere from 45 on up if you're sedentary, if you're active, if you're a man, if you're a woman. And here's the thing. Statistics show 97% of people in the United States, Americans, all get enough protein. In fact, those people that are eating a plant-based diet actually average about twice the estimated average daily protein requirement. Of course, phone only rings when I'm on live. To give you an idea, a half a cup of edamame, of soybeans, has 15 grams of protein. You're only shooting for 45, 50 a day. So that's 1/2 cup. 1 cup of beans has 15 grams of protein. So again, there's in either half or a full cup, there is a third of what you need for the day. Protein is not an issue, besides the fact that a lot of vegetables actually have protein in them as well. So the most interesting statistic I saw when I was looking for this information was that actually, I said 97% of Americans have more than enough protein in their diet. Funny enough, 97%, hello Shanda, of Americans don't get enough fiber in their diet. So how crazy is that? So anyway, that is protein, myth, total, debunk, not the case. We get plenty of protein, and protein deficiency is extremely rare. And that would be something your doctor might diagnose. And obviously, if your doctor says it, then it's something you have to listen to, but not something you should need to worry about on a plant-based diet. So there are a couple items that you do need, the recommendation is to take supplements of. Now, research consistently shows normally that synthetic nutrients are not a replacement for healthy eating. So if you get your natural nutrients from whole foods, it's always a better option. But there are a couple, two, that don't fall into that. And the first one would be B12. So B12 is actually not made by plants or by animals. It's actually microbes that blanket the earth. And the reason that people get it in meats is because the animals actually eat the dirt. And that's how an ape actually gets as much B12 as it needs, because they're eating bugs and dirt and feces and all that really fun stuff. I think you'd much rather take a supplement. So Dr. Greger, as I mentioned, who is just a forerunner in all of this information, even suggests that people on eating a standard American diet take B12. And that's because of all the cultivation of the soil and the cleaning of it. There isn't as much of those microbes as there used to be back in the olden days. So B12, you can get it from soy foods, from fortified cereals and plant milk, nutritional yeast, certain mushrooms, and some algae. But for those, you would have to have at least 3 servings of those per day. Much easier to take a supplement. So the recommendation is 2,000 micrograms each week, or 50 micrograms a day if you're under 65. If you're over 65, it's 1,000 micrograms each day. So easy to find. I order mine. I think that's Garden of Life. It's a spray that you do. So B12, very important one, whether you're plant-based, plant strong, a full meat eater, still not a bad idea to have. Okay, so the other one that is recommended for on a plant-based diet, and actually same thing for almost all people these days, is vitamin D. Unfortunately, we generally do not get enough vitamin D from natural sunlight, especially not with sunscreen and doing all the things that we do to protect ourselves these days, wearing hats. So vitamin D is another one that should be a supplement that you're not going to get from your foods. Recommendation from Dr. Greger is 2,000 IU a day, but if you are over 65 or overweight, you might need more. So those are the 2 supplements. Everything else, and I'm going to talk about a few more, comes directly from food. So I mentioned proteins because that's the big one, right? That's the first one everyone says. The minute you tell someone in your family that you are plant-based, they're going to be like, oh my God, where are you going to get your protein? And you just have to ask, well, where are you going to get your fiber? So anyway, another one I hear asked a lot is iron. And a lot of people think that if you're on a plant-based diet, that you're going to be more prone to iron deficiency. But it turns out you're no more likely to suffer from iron deficiency anemia than anybody else. They think it's because eating meat-free diets, you get more fiber, more magnesium, vitamins like A, C, and E, and then you also get more iron. But the iron you're getting is what's called non-heme iron, which is what's found in plants. You don't get any of the iron that comes from blood and muscle. And they're actually saying that the avoidance of that heme iron, the one that comes in blood and muscle, may be one of the key elements against metabolic syndrome and may also be beneficial in lowering heart disease risk. So now they're saying that the iron found in plants is actually better for you than the iron found in meats. So, whole grains, beans, split peas, chickpeas, lentils, dark green leafy vegetables, dried fruits, nuts, and seeds all have iron. Okay, what are the other ones you might think that you might be deficient in? Omega-3s, right? Everybody likes to talk about those. So omega-3s, chia seeds, Brussels sprouts, algae oil, hemp seeds, walnuts, flax. What's the other one? Calcium, right? Everyone says, oh my God, if you're not drinking milk, you're not going to get your calcium. Studies have shown that people who live on a plant-based diet are no higher at risk for calcium deficiency. So what has calcium? Soy, beans, peas, lentils, almonds, Brazil nuts, seeds like sesame seeds, chia seeds, flax seeds, amaranth and teff, which are both ancient grains, seaweed, black currants, broccoli, leafy greens, figs. Are you getting the idea? There are so many different ways to find all these important nutrients. It's pretty crazy. So those are the big ones. I didn't want to bore you and cover every single one of them out there, but those are the biggies. If there is something you were thinking of that I did not cover, let me know. And how do you do this, right? How do you get all these nutrients? Sorry, my camera's a little off here. How do you get all these nutrients in? Well, I've shared with you a few times what a magic plate looks like, right? So when you're making your plates, 40 to 45% of your plate is vegetables. 25% is a protein, lean protein, plant protein. 25% would be whole grains, starchy veg, 5 to 10% healthy fats. If you use that combo, and of course it doesn't have to be perfect, but if you use that formula, you are not going to be deficient in any nutrients, as long as you are eating a variety of foods. So I've talked a lot in this group, not in a little while, but so I might need to talk about it again, but like phytonutrients, those are found in plants. Phytonutrients all have different colors, and they're packed with all these phytochemicals and all these antioxidants. And if you notice all the different colors in vegetables, well, like blueberries has anthocyanins, and that's what makes blueberries blue and helps keep your mind sharp. And tomatoes get their ruby hue from lycopene, and that's what helps with prostate cancer. So when they say eat the rainbow, that's the reasoning behind it, because each different one does different things for your body. So not only are you feeding it the essential nutrients you need, but you're just boosting whatever that phytonutrient is in that vegetable. And it's so amazing to me. Like, sorry, I get a little excited. All the things that plants can do. Because if you think about some of the largest mammals we have, they are all plant-based. Elephants, rhinos, hippos, cows, oxen, bison, wildebeest, deer. All of those survive on a plant-based diet. Apes. I mean, so it's not something, we're not nutritionally deficient by omitting meat or dairy products from our eating lifestyle. So I just wanted to, I'm so glad that Amanda asked me to talk about this, because I just wanted to give you all that so you can feel confident. And like I said, I use Dr. Greger for all my resources because he is amazing. He has an amazing website with so much free information. It's called nutritionfacts.org. And he does podcasts, and he's got tons and tons of free videos. His whole thing is a nonprofit. He wrote, what is it called? How Not to Die and How Not to Diet. He is just amazing. So that's where, again, a lot of this information comes from. Remember, I'm not your doctor. So if your doctor says you are calcium deficient, don't tell him that I said that you don't need to take a supplement. Make sure you listen to him. But I hope this was helpful, and I do hope that it helps you feel confident. Not that you should have to defend your choices on eating, but I totally understand having to do it. I, like I said, did it for a long, long time, long before when vegan was the only word and plant-based wasn't even a thing yet. But I will tell you, as I mentioned with the supplements, the only two I take, B12 and I take D3. And that is it. And I just had blood work done a week ago, and absolutely everything, not low in anything. So you don't need to worry, you guys, and definitely don't worry about the protein. So if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I will go back and answer any of them. Don't forget that every Wednesday I'll be here live at 6, so you get to decide what I'm going to talk about. So make sure you let me know. And don't forget, you guys, if you have not signed up for the sugar challenge, it's pinned as the first post in the group. We start on Monday. This is not about giving up all sugars. This isn't like an absolute horrible 5 days. This is about really creating awareness around giving up added sugars. Because most people, and I learned so much when I did this challenge the first time about things that I had been buying for years. You don't even realize how much sugar hides in so many things that you wouldn't even think of. It's awful. So we're going to be every day. We'll have an action step. We'll be creating awareness around some other part. We'll be looking at some healthy swaps we can put in there. And we're just going to be able to come out of it having a little bit more control over sugar, because I think that's one of those things most people find that they feel like they don't have any control over. So please sign up for the sugar challenge. It will be a lot of fun, and I promise you, you will learn a lot and enjoy it every day. All right, you guys, thanks so much.